Was it?
Hey, Jasmine.
What? Failed who?
Can you make me cookies?
What's happening to the caseboard?
Can you go to the thing and get me chips? Hey? Can you go to the gas station and get me chips? Damn it. Let me see. I think 7-Eleven actually has it's on skip the dishes or whatever the fuck. It's too bad 7-Eleven, like, their cookies and stuff they sell aren't vegan. I don't know why like... I've got a cat. I know. Prim. What's going on? Let me see. Don't step on my keyboard. You're a good boy. Just don't step on my keyboard. Fuck. Wham. Yeah, you're a good wham.
At the point at which we all thought Alan Wake 2 was at the end of the game reminded me of this clip from SpongeBob lol here, take my dono to buy you the bag of chips smile.
Well, thank you, bend over. Let me take a look. Got a good whim on my chair.
That's it? That's the last episode? That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles! What a rip! SpongeBob betrayed us!
Yeah, Patchy the Pirate is pretty funny. Thanks for the donation, Ben. Appreciate it. Let me see what chips. Lay's salt and vinegar. Let me see if those are vegan. They're listed on Walmart. Gluten-free. Oh my god. What is the nutrition facts? No egg, no fish, no mustard. No sesame, no shellfish, no soy, no wheat. Vegetarian friendly, so they probably have fucking milk powder in them. That's very useful. Thank you for that. Oh, nutrition facts. Contains milk. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Why? They're fucking salt and vinegar. Why do you need to add milk powder to it? Oh my god. That is so stupid. Yeah, let's fucking add milk to salt and vinegar. Like, that makes sense. Let me see. I think they have Miss Vicky's. I know Miss Vicky's salt and vinegar. I'm pretty goddamn sure. I'm pretty sure they have milk ingredients in them too. Buttermilk. Oh my god. Ruffles. What is all dressed? Onion, paprika, something else? That's handy again, thank you. Potatoes, vegetable oil, maltrax, site dextrose, yeast, chloride. Okay, sweet. I'm pretty sure these are vegan then. Sweet. Okay, I'll get the all dressed maybe. And just to be Miss Vicky's has all dressed. Let me see. Hydrolyzed corn protein. It looks like these are vegan actually. Yeah, it looks like those are vegan. Let me see, just to be especially careful. Sour cream, applewood, southern, sea salt, jalapeno, Dijon. Sweet and spicy. Original. Why don't they have... When was this made? Okay, I'm pretty sure the all-dressed flavor's fine. It doesn't say any animal ingredients, so... There's a short selection of chips for some reason on the site, so... Uh... Dude. I'll give like a $2 tip because it's like super fucking close. All right. Yeah, I like Boulder chips. They're good. Hard Bite is also good. It's just that it's from 7-Eleven, so I don't have many options. What is the thing? It's close by, it's literally up the street, so it shouldn't take too long. Assuming there's drivers around.
I'm in the dark place. I'm lost. I don't know how to get out.
Find evidence. Other saga.
The board says I failed them. Who's them? I let everyone down. Logan, Casey, myself. This is my fault. My daughter is dead. My partner was taken over by a monster. I'm trapped in the dark place. Powerless. I'm not powerless.
Okay, dude, the place is
happening
literally
here?
up the street, and it's a small
This isn't
order.
me.
I'm not gonna leave like a $5 tip. It's retarded. Give me a fucking break, okay?
Casey.
At least I leave a tip. Hassan doesn't even
Casey
leave a
depended
tip.
on me, and I let him down. I wasn't watching his back. I got wrapped up chasing the wrong lead. He needed me. Now he's turned into a monster. He needed me.
I bet this is your decision-making process in terms of deciding between the chips lol.
Something's...
Let's see. Paper towels. This one says best paper towel around. This one says best paper towel in town. In town, around, in town, around. What do you think, bodyguard?
Whatever gets us to your house quicker.
I'll take both.
Yes, that was literally my decision making. Well, thank you, Bend Over. Appreciate the donation, sir.
very fucking wrong here. Logan, I neglected my family for my job. I was too thrilled by the cases, the mysteries. I liked how dangerous
I don't know if
the
I've
work
seen
was.
Hard Bite, Salt and Vinegar.
And now that danger
I've
has
seen
destroyed
Boulder.
my family. It killed my daughter. No.
Yeah, my favorite Salt and Vinegar chips are the Boulder Salt and Vinegar. I don't know if I've seen the Hard Bite Salt and Vinegar, though. Your daughter.
I am a terrible mother. I let my daughter die. Scratch took Casey, and it's my fucking fault. I'm a failure. This is what I deserve.
This is interesting.
The story. My life, my family is just part of a book. Another white asshole deciding what I get to do, how I get to do it. He took my daughter from me.
Yay!
I'll never be free of this story from him. He used her.
I also ordered Oreos, just in case. I'm getting a cardio machine tomorrow, so I'm not so upset about eating some junk right now.
She's not dead. God damn it.
The fuck is going on here? Oh my god. Whoa. Dude, the nicotine is hitting hard right now. Oh my god. The guy is 1 minute away. Hopefully runs a red light so it doesn't take too long. Oreos are vegan and palm oil is a vegan product. Come fight me in a cage if you disagree. How much nicotine did I take tonight? I think I only took 2 lozenges. Dude, I am really fucked up on the nicotine right now. Holy shit. I have a problem? Yeah, probably. Dude. Galbildismigersera donated $2. I know Speed is young, but holy fuck, I can't stand him sometimes. According to him and other Palestine supporters, anyone even born in Israel is a horrible person. I can't stand these Palestine clout chasers. Speed is cringe.
Who are you? Who are you? I'm Speed. Who are you? I'm Doron. You're what? Doron. Doron? Where you from? Israel. Free Palestine, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Fucking loser. Yeah, dude, if you support Palestine, you are a fucking cuck, okay? You are absolutely cucked. Now, I have sympathy for innocent people who get, you know, killed, but Israel is clearly on the right when it comes to the situation in Gaza, okay? And the majority of Palestinians living in Gaza, as far as I can tell, sweet. Majority of Palestinians living in Gaza, as far as I can tell, are either or Holocaust deniers, wish death upon all Jews and like support Hitler, and are just in general like terrible fucking people. Like it also looks like the majority of them support the October 7th attack. So I do not have much sympathy for a lot of the fucking Palestinians that are being killed. Because again, the likelihood of them being Holocaust deniers, wanting to kill all Jews, and or supporting the October 7th attack is pretty fucking high. And on top of that, Israel seems to be acting as benevolently as possible, where they're only targeting military targets. They're not just killing innocent people. Palm oil kills tigers and orangutans. Well, tigers, good. I'm glad palm oil's killing tigers. As far as orangutans...
Hello VG, how are you today? Take this donation. Yesterday I went to the gym after a long time. I had fun in the gym. Can you pray to your vegan god of gains that I build a lot of muscle? Pray VG, say help Omar.
Oh God of gains, please hear my prayer and allow Omar to make righteous gains in the gym and build the muscle required to crush all of his enemies, see them driven before him, and hear the lamentation of their women. Thanks for the donation, Bosvin. May you make many gains. So here's the issue with palm oil. If we were all to boycott palm oil production tomorrow, and there was no more palm oil, it is conceivable that these farmers would just move to the next most viable agricultural product, which could conceivably be like cattle ranching. So you would only end up requiring more land use, kill more animals, and cause more environmental destruction. So I don't see palm oil as a bad thing, considering the alternatives. And if you have an issue with, rainforests being taken down for palm oil production, the solution isn't to boycott palm oil. The solution is to regulate farming in these areas. So make it so certain areas of rainforest are protected and they can't be used for farming. So, yeah, again, palm oil's vegan friendly. Just waiting for the guy to... He better come upstairs. I swear if he doesn't. Sweet. Ugh. Oh, fuck yeah, bitch. Yes. Got Ruffles all dressed, and I've got Vicky's all dressed. We'll eat the Ruffles first. Galbaloid McCircumfensura donated $2. Yeah, these dudes are fucking nuts. Like, why the fuck are you protesting in Western countries when Palestine is in the Middle East? They don't even support the innocent kids in Israel. Look at these maniacs. Let me take a look.
They're not mutually exclusive, it's children. It's children, it's innocent people.
Okay, what about the
children in Palestine.
That's not. It doesn't make it. Oh, right. Jesus, you could.
I am in, unironically, I say this unironically, deport everybody. I don't even care if they're a natural born, like, citizen of the UK, US, Canada. Deport anyone who tears down the posters of these Israeli children and send them to Palestine. I don't want them in the country. Anybody, even if they're a born citizen of Canada, US, wherever the fuck, deport these motherfuckers to Palestine if you see them ripping down posters of these Israeli children. Fuck these people. They're just pieces of garbage. And if they care about Palestine so much, well, they can fucking go live in Palestine. Hopefully they get fucking bombed by an IDF airstrike because Hamas forces them to be fucking martyred in one of these fucking airstrikes. So if they care about Palestine so much, well, then they can go there. They can have Hamas force them onto a fucking roof where a military target is, and they can get bombed by the fucking IDF as Hamas holds them at fucking gunpoint to force them to get fucking blown up. Fuck these people. I can't fucking stand them. Thanks for the donation, Galbadergers or something.
I found a new exercise equipment for you instead of that Bowflex or whatever. Save your doll hairs and use this instead. You'll be so fit and cool, bro. Also, how did you get your mom to go vegan?
Got my mom to go vegan by showing her the Gary Yourofsky speech I saw.
It's a what? It's a swing wing. It's a wing wing. A brand new transgram fun thing. It's a what? It's a swing wing. A fun thing. And now it's your favorite door thing. It's a what? It's a swing wing. A fun thing. And every bum's gotta have one thing. It's a swing wing. A wing.
Dude, that thing must be so dangerous. Moving your head back and forth really rapidly can actually give you a concussion. That's actually a really dangerous toy.
A brand new transgram fun thing. It's the swing wing. A new thing. It's the swing wing.
Get Swing Wing, made by Transagram, where the fun comes from. It's a Swing Wing.
It's a what?
Yeah, I think I'll stick with the Bowflex elliptical machine that I'm going to get, because that won't give me a concussion. But thanks for the donation, less is more. Dude, all-dressed chips are actually dope. I haven't had them in so long. They're really fucking good. Oh, look, he subbed for an hour, and he's back. Well, bye-bye. I'm gonna try the Miss Vicky's all dressed. See which is better. I think I like the Ruffles all dressed a bit more. These are much more oniony. It's not a bad thing, but yeah, these are just more oniony. Guess what? I have contingency plans for all spam, so you lose no matter what. There we go. Let's react to some videos as I consume some snack.
Causing harm? No. Is AAVE causing harm? No. It's just another reinforcement that, like, the white people that take black things and black culture without any appreciation for black bodies and black existence or the black culture take.
Here we go with the fucking cultural appropriation bullshit. I don't know how this happens, and I'm guessing it's because, you know, online lefties are just fucking retarded, but what cultural appropriation is, as it's defined academically, is when a cultural practice of a minority group is adopted by a predominant culture, so let's say white and black in this instance. So, and then the cultural practice that is adopted by the dominant culture is seen as cool when it's practiced by the dominant culture, but it's seen as bad when it's practiced by the originating culture. So, for example, if black people have dreadlocks are seen as, like, dirty, unkempt, like, stupid, you know, hobo-ish. When black people have dreadlocks, unprofessional, that's another term that's thrown around. But when white people have dreadlocks, oh, you're cool, you're trendy, oh, that's so hip, oh, sick hairstyle, bro. That's what cultural appropriation is. But then, these stupid-ass lefties like Hassan, when they talk about cultural appropriation, it's just cultural appropriation if you, like, have dreads and then don't suck some black dude's dick to show appreciation for it.
Taking advantage and you know, using, and in most instances ruining AAVE. There's no, like, real tangible harm. It's just a continuation of something that has happened at the systemic level over and over and over again.
Yeah, Hassan doesn't even know what fucking cultural appropriation is. He's such a fucking idiot.
And so it's basically just like reminding everybody how things are. All right, let's look at alternatives and substitutes for appropriative or problematic language. Context. This document was originally created for a Facebook group where non-black people consistently appropriated black English, also known as AAVE, African American Vernacular English, and used casual ableism and gendered terms. This resource was intended to reduce the amount of labor that the group admins had to engage in, especially those who were affected and misuse the term. Look, if any Facebook group makes me go and read an exhaustive document to be able to continue being a part of it, like, you should just not be a part of that Facebook group. Straight up. I mean, it's so much work. Look how big this document is, dude. It's like I'm scrolling. This is not an exhaustive list. There's, like, more. On claiming and reclaiming words. When in doubt, don't if you're unsure in a substitute word. What is performing AV? Clapping emojis between words is appropriative. Alternatives, you could just say what you're trying to say. Game on point, on fleek. 100, keep it at 100, 100, 100. Emoji, 100 emoji, depending on the intended meaning. Context, shortening of 100% real or honest, spoken with a Southern American or AAV accent. The 100 emoji is also AAV if you mean it in the way discussed here. But if you mean it as good job or something similar, that's fine. Ass, super ass, very ass, extremely ass. These kinds of suffixes... Wait, what? These kinds of suffixes used to emphasize the emotion are usually derived from AAVE. Just drop the ass and continue with your sentence. This is a cool-ass song. It is a hot-ass day outside. What? Ain't. Depends on the context and the persona trying to be portrayed. Are you imitating a black woman or a person?
Prismo,
Wait,
get
what?
out.
In AAVE, ain't can replace a lot more than just isn't, are not, or am not. I ain't done that shit. Ain't replaced, didn't. About that. Here for this / that. Support and enjoy variation. Use when expressing immense joy or support. Beat your face. Beat for the gods. Glammed up. Bitch. Boy, girl, etc. Bomb. Cool, great. Other related variations. This is like a 90s term at this point. Bomb, boss, bruh, cash these hands, chill, coins, come for, cool. Cool is okay to use, but acknowledge that it has roots in AAVE. Okay, well, if you put that in the document, then you recognize that language is constantly evolving. You know what I mean? Because it's true. But then you kind of give the game away, right? Like that language is evolving constantly and consistently, and this is basically an example of that, where cool is in its roots a African American vernacular, English term that has made its way into quite literally every fucking white aspect of society. Like at that point, you are openly stating that these kinds of terms originally come from like oftentimes queer black communities. And then
All right. We can't use the term cool anymore to refer to cool people. We're going to have to say, gee, that's sure swell. Or he is a swell dude. Or just refer to things as nifty. Wow, that motorcycle sure is nifty.
then make its way into the rest of society. Also, no one is like this, for the record. Like, very few people legitimately are like this, okay? Most people look to this and go, okay, if you're a white guy and you're saying like dead ass on God for real, or whatever the fuck, right? You're kind of cringe. That's it. Most people. Like, Ludwig does it and he's cringe, but he's doing it in a cringe way on purpose, deliberately. Like he's making fun of himself doing it. I feel like it'd be fine to use some of these terms as long as you're not being cringy, as you understand the roots of where it came from. Yeah, I mean, I sometimes use these terms. Dope. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Dragging, fuck boy. There's hella words in here that I use, that everyone uses.
Well, if we're going to have the standard that it's wrong to use a word if it's taken from another culture, then I guess it should be okay for white people to use the N-word since they were the ones who came up with that word. Black people culturally appropriated that word and started using a word that white people came up with.
Including hella, apparently. What the fuck? Hype? Get hyped? I feel you. Killing it. Yeah, this is so Tumblr. You're right. This is so incredibly Tumblr. Why is mad on there? That shit's mad good. That is, I guess that's also rooted in AV. Wait, what? Okay, wait, no, that's not even true. Stan is not AAVE. Stan comes from Eminem. What the fuck? Okay, this list is crazy. I take it back. They're out here being like, they're like Eminem's black. This is a really funny example of someone misappropriating the fuck out of AV. Hope y'all are getting real horny for my record because I spent all morning listening to some final ass mixes. And honey, this record is a thick queen. I can't wait to give it to you. What? This record is a thick queen? Don, stop. They're going to cancel you. I mean, dude, what do you mean? Look, I've said it so many fucking times. I think that African American vernacular English is at its most, like at its peak, when misappropriated by white people, especially white people that are like kind of fucking racist too, is cringe. That's it, Like, I'm not gonna waste time on policing people like that. I understand the intent. It sucks when the way you portray yourself has been demonized, but then white people use it normally like a few years later. But I do think the hyperfixation on appropriated languages comes from a place of powerlessness in the grand scheme of things, and none of this matters in the slightest. Yes, it is powerless. It is the behavior of people who understandably feel powerless in dealing with.
Well, I guess black people shouldn't be allowed to read books because white people invented those things. Fucking clown.
Structural forms of oppression. And that's where it comes from. Like you're doing that because you can't do anything else. You're doing that because you want to have a shred of control in your life. Like you want a little bit of control in your life. You want a little bit of control in the space that you've cultivated for yourself on the internet. And maybe that will make things a little bit better. It'll make it feel as though things are getting a little bit better when things are not getting better. But you know, this is the best example of AAVE and because it's like nuclear, right? Here, I mean, I love using this.
Is this like the heaviest thing ever?
This is the heaviest thing I've worn to the Met Ball for sure. But I'll do anything for Donatella. It's her birthday.
Oh my God, it's her birthday.
It's her birthday. I'm here at Donatella's birthday party.
This is actually Donatella's birthday party.
No, but I'm so excited to be here. And Donatella does what she always does, which is bring things to the next level into her Versace space.
Just wait,
for this,
it's coming.
we wanted to
You ain't seen nothing yet.
incorporate how in the 1800s those shapes for women's wear became a lot more.
This motherfucker said the Ninja Turtle. Yeah, that's who she's talking about. The Ninja Turtle. She's like, I can't wait to go into the sewers and have some pizza later with Donatella.
Exaggerated,
yes,
and started to push boundaries, and
yes,
it's not there yet. Hold on, it's coming. This is just.
Of course, Versace is always celebrating that, so
always.
That's what we went for tonight, and it's very heavy. I will not be eating dinner in it. But
I know. I was like, you better take that off before dinner.
No, I'm just catching my breath.
It in.
No, I can't. I don't even know if I can fit through that door.
But you definitely can. Did you color your hair for this?
We're in the same boat tonight, Mama.
I just dyed my hair yesterday.
There it is. It started. Here you go. There it is. Okay. Here. This is a great example because it's so fucking cringe, right? It's nuclear cringe, but like also that's it. It's like the people doing it are misappropriating it and they're not from the culture and therefore that's it. At its worst, and this is its worst, this is nuclear. It's just cringe.
Color your hair for this?
We're in the same boat tonight, Mama.
I just dyed my hair yesterday.
No, you look so major.
And
when I saw you on the carpet, I was like, oh, slay. I swear, oh, big slay.
Wait, like big slay?
Yeah, big slay. You're killing
Stop
it.
it,
You're
girl.
killing it. I love your look.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
Big slay, mama. Big slay, mama. I love it. I love that. I love that so much. You will never stop me from appreciating and enjoying this, okay? Sorry. That's too much fun to be had, okay? That's too much fun to be had with big slay, mama. You look major. Oh, it's too good.
Congratulations, you're banned. You're a dishonest fucking retard and you're just spamming chat, so see you later.
It's too good. You want to take...
Mr. Beast is getting cancelled for having standards for a wife. Do you think Mr. Beast is a misogynist or are his prerequisites for a wife reasonable? Also, when did you realize you wanted Jasmine as a wife?
The internet is angry at Mr. Beast for...
I think I was pretty sure that I wanted to marry Jasmine after about... maybe 6 months after knowing her. Pretty quick. I think we didn't get married until 3 years later, though, but I think I was pretty sure I wanted to marry her 6 months in.
The internet is angry at Mr. Beast for having standards for his future wife. Listen.
This girl is beautiful, and then, but I have to go through the test because, like, I don't really get along with women if, like, they don't love learning, they're not obsessive, they don't have a hobby, they don't like there's just certain things where if you have these traits, we get along really well. Yeah. And if you don't, like, it's impossible for us to hang out. Yeah. So I had to put her through the ringer and start asking questions. Yeah. What do you do? And then she was like, I'm an author. And I was like, fuck yeah, good. She has a hobby. And then we started talking, and I just tried to get a feel if she likes learning. Like, you know, whatever. What do you like to do? You know, sounds cringe, but, you know, like what kind of content you consume. And it was more like documentary educational and like the type of stuff.
That is perfectly and completely reasonable. I think like at least 80% of men have that sort of preference. Common complaint that a lot of dudes have is that their girlfriend or the girl they're seeing has like no actual hobbies or interests. So yeah, it's perfectly reasonable.
Stuff she does, and she has multiple degrees. You can tell she likes learning. She's about to get a neuroscience degree just for fun, not even to get a job.
That's amazing.
Because like she invested in Bitcoin and did well, so she doesn't even like need it.
What?
And she was like checking all the boxes. I had like these 10 things where like, if I meet a girl that's like beautiful and we have these 10 traits, like we're gonna be literally best friends.
Right.
Checked every single one of them.
Nice feet.
Like,
Nice feet.
no, that was 11.
So who Mr. Beast was talking about?
So because he wants to date a beautiful, smart woman, he's a misogynist. But when a woman wants to marry a guy who's over 6 feet tall, makes 7 figures, has like at least 1 PhD degree, fucking this and that, handsome, has abs, like, that's just fine.
About was Thea Boyson, his girlfriend. Hopefully soon his wife. Hopefully soon his wife. But what I didn't know is that she had...
You know, here's what I think is going on. I think it absolutely terrifies women when men have standards of any kind. I think a lot of women are terrified when men actually have dating standards because it makes it that much harder for women to use sex to manipulate men. Because now the standard isn't sex. The standard is, oh, I have to reach a high enough bar. I have to be smart. I have to be pretty. I have to be talented. I have to share similar interests. So now women can't manipulate men by just using sex. And it makes it that much harder for a barrier to entry for women to actually get a relationship when normally for them, they can just use sex as that barrier for entry into a relationship. Like, it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Like, why are so many fucking people complaining about Mr. Beast having these sorts of fucking standards if that's not what's going on? I don't understand. Like, that is perfectly fucking reasonable. He didn't say, I want to date some, like, dumb bitch who, like, just does whatever I say, doesn't question me, doesn't talk much, will just stay in the kitchen and make me sandwiches whenever I want. Like, he didn't say anything like that. He's like, I want a smart, pretty girl. Fucking misogyny! Like, I don't know. Well, anyway, thanks for that donation, Dodo.
Take that away from me. Life is too short, motherfucker, okay? That's why you got to fucking care about all the minutes, including the top of the hour minutes, okay? Because at the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. If you no longer want to see those fucking ads, if you want a big slam mama, all you need to do is subscribe. That list is valid, thanks to Gigi. Yeah, I wanted to show this specifically so you understand. Yeah, it does run in the family. Specifically so you understand, like, you know, these are great examples of, like, fucking, you know, the overuse of AAVE in a place where it's just, like, not appropriate. That's why I'm showing this to you. Because, like, this almost justifies that fucking fat list that we just saw. Again, when white people do this, it is customary for us black folks to clown on this. We have always done this because we've always known we can't stop y'all from taking power, taking from us. Us dunk on y'all is so light and has minimal power in the larger scheme. Yeah, no, I mean, I see it. Even if it had more power, I think it's like, it's totally valid. Anyway, big slay mama. Here's another.
You're gonna have a dope shoe that both guys and girls can wear. I mean, come on. Matching shoes, that's dope.
What are some of your sneaker turnoffs, though?
You know what? I'm cool with it, and I don't mind dirty sneakers, but they better be fresh, you know? If Homeboy's coming through with these, it's...
Like, you have the cadence of a white woman dropping off her children at soccer practice at the country club. Don't do that. She said, if Homeboy's coming down with these.
Through with these, it's quiet, yeah, no.
Though.
You know what? I'm cool with it, and I don't mind dirty sneakers, but they better be fresh, you know? If Homeboy's coming through with these, it's quiet, yeah, no, it's quiet for him. But, like, if he comes through in, like, these, you got some Air Maxes out here, you got some Jordans, Homeboy's gonna, like, Edit.
Oh my god, I think this coffee went bad. Can coffee even go bad? What the fuck? Slay mama. Oh, 1023. Wait, it's so sour. Oh, slay mama back of it. Okay, we gotta stop. Now the real reason why like I don't even do this kind of shit anymore is because on the internet you can't tell if someone is just straight up making fun of
Jasmine stole one of my Oreos.
of AAVE in general, or if you are making fun of white people doing AAVE. This is why I stopped doing it as well. I was clowning on a lot of like cringe Zoomers that would do this kind of thing. But it's also the reason why I stopped doing it in general was because there's no way to distinguish between people doing that, right? It's just about charitability in general, but I don't want to fucking, I don't want to have a space where it feels like I'm making fun of AAVE in general across the board, because I'm not mocking AAVE, you know what I mean? Is AAVE causing harm? No, it's just another fucking reinforcement that like the white people that take black things and black culture without any appreciation for black bodies and black existence or the black culture, taking advantage and using and in most instances ruining AAVE. There's no like real fucking tangible harm. It's just a continuation of something that has happened at the systemic level over and over and over again. So it's basically.
Or people just want to sound cool. So they just say words like homeboy and damn and that shit tight as fuck, because that is just the cool talk of the time. I don't know why the fuck it has anything to do with systemic racism. If anything, it's the fucking opposite, because it's an acknowledgement that a lot of black culture is culturally acceptable. And by the way, rap and hip hop are probably the two most popular fucking music genres, like, on the planet. And it's dominated by fucking black artists. Why the fuck would you be surprised if people didn't emulate some of that vernacular and say, damn, that shit tight as fuck, bro? Like, they say it in the fucking, like, music everybody listens to. It's just so stupid. Why the fuck would you assume that this has anything to do with racism? One donated $2, 3 Arabs assembling an IKEA table. The fuck is this? Oh, I've seen this before. This is a weird fishy ass website, but yeah, that's a fight that happened in reverse. I'm familiar with that clip. Thanks for the donation, one.
Basically just like reminding everybody how things are. Okay? That's just that's the worst part about it, is just that like it's the same concept. Usually you don't care about aesthetics. I mean, I don't. That's why I'm saying it's just like cringe in general, but that's it. You sound like you're being a liberal buzzkill, my dude. No, I'm telling you, like, this is precisely the reason why I just make fun of it and move on, instead of fucking being like, this is the most important, most significant thing we need to talk about. But if you ask me where the roots of this problem come from, it's another example that black people see regularly in their daily existence of white people doing culture vulture shit and being celebrated for it, when those very same things have been used to put down black people in the past. And what I mean by that is a perfect example can be used with like natural hair, right? locks.
He wants my chips.
And other forms of black hair like afros, other forms of 4C hair, like all this shit, all these like traditional or even contemporary black hairstyles oftentimes are absolutely not allowed in schools. They're not allowed in the fucking professional setting. But then white people will put that shit on and immediately fucking get celebrated for it, get praised for it, right? And
yeah, so what he's describing right now is cultural appropriation.
This in reach of dog, including
What the where the hell did she get this?
I don't know. And she's chewing on your hat too. She can reach that. Make sure everything is at her
Okay.
reach. She will chew it. I swear to
Okay.
God. Say I didn't warn you.
Okay. Yeah, what he's explaining right now is actually cultural appropriation.
all of a sudden, you have a situation where, you know, white people are getting praised for things that black people are still currently getting punished for. And it kind of sucks to see. If you're a black person, you're like, well, what the fuck? Not even that they're not allowed, it'll be accepted, but people will look down on you as to not appear racist, but there's so much microaggression. Yeah. It's trendy now to have tight hair, big earrings, which was deemed ghetto for women of color. Same thing with big lips, etc. Yeah, it's just like, that's what it is. American culture oftentimes has a very negative approach to what it perceives as black culture until white people take on and you know, promote it. And then all of a sudden it's cool. And it's cool only when white people are doing it. It's still fucking...
Hey, Jamson, can you give me another Cherry Coke Zero, please?
And not allowed when black people are doing it. You know what I mean? That's the issue. That's where the frustration comes from. I'm using hair as an example because like you can basically see it. The hair one is like more tangible. You can understand it a little bit better because there are so many examples of it. But like AAVE is looked down upon. It's just looked down upon across the board. Like historically for the longest time, and even now, people think AAVE, African American vernacular, or what it used to be called, I think it was like Ebonics. Not entirely certain on that, on the language there. Like that was seen as like worse English. Okay. That was seen as like broken English. And it still is seen as broken English when black people do it. But when white people do it, it's like, haha, like they're being cute. Or you might as well put yourself in solitary. Mainly black people don't care about stuff like that. Just give us an opportunity to live and be better in life. White people micro-policing themselves just performance. I understand that. You're not saying something different than me. I'm just explaining the background. Okay. But also while explaining the background, I'm simultaneously also saying that is oftentimes just a microaggression, not like the worst fucking thing you could do. And at its worst, even when it's like fucking
yeah. Thank you. I feel very peaceful right now. Very, very peaceful.
Nuclear, like I showed you, it's still just, you know, cringe. That's it. No one is like advocating to cancel motherfuckers over usage of AAVE. Only people that do that.
Is Jasmine taking care of her big boy? Did you guys have a family get together for Thanksgiving? Also, her son has very small brain.
Yes, Jasmine is taking care of me. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving or any holidays, and Canadian Thanksgiving is in October, so we didn't even have Thanksgiving now. But yeah, we don't celebrate any holidays, so. Are you gonna be up for like another 30 minutes? Well, if you're not and you're just gonna go to sleep, then
I don't know.
take a nicotine tablet. Stay awake. I'll help you stay awake. Take nicotine. Do drugs with me. What are you, not cool? You need to take all the same drugs I take.
That are fucking Zoomers that are going through their like political era. A couple Zoomers get together on Twitter and they're like, it's time. This is the issue. And it's like, okay, go off. Go off, kings and queens. Go off is AV. Yeah, I know, but like I'm always gonna use that. You can fucking consider that to be cringe or not, but I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? That's why I used go off, kings and queens in that regard. deliberately and specifically. There are, of course, going to be parts of AAVE that are also within the language that I use as well.
Why are you so hot? Whoa mammy. Humana humana humana. Bazooing eyes bulge out of head and shoot forward at 120 miles per hour. Aruga jaw drops to the floor, tongue rolls out a foot forward. Woof 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 woof. Punches self in face.
Well, thank you for the donation, Vivian. Why am I so hot? Well, I think it's a combination of me being fabulous and also being a swell dude. Thanks for the donation, Vivian.
It's, you know.
Really? Where? Where? That's good.
Kind of dried up now because it's been a couple hours like this.
Are we just gonna sleep in piss?
Not gonna scrub the bed for fucking 2 hours right now.
Is it a little bit of piss or a lot of piss?
It's more on my side. I don't think it'll bother you.
Well, Jasmine and I are gonna be sleeping in a piss blanket tonight.
Oh, that's just how language works. Oh, this is hilarious. You're constantly using AAV. Yes, of course. Of course, I am. Because that's how language works. Language evolves. This is why it's like incredibly... Sean, you're right. This is why it's an incredibly unproductive conversation to have. Like, no one in the real world is going to be like, wow, your usage of the term lit was quite problematic. This is exclusively an internet thing, okay? An internet phenomena. Wait, is saying stuff like Yas Queen or Slay Queen offensive? I've just been saying it to friends when they have like a nice fit or good mental health moment. Yeah, no. Live your life, okay? Especially if you're in the fucking real world. I don't care. I'm not the arbiter of what you can and can't say. There are things that you understand you can't fucking say, right? Just be normal. And then you have Nancy Pelosi in the kente cloth, taking a knee. And
Dodo Tillers, are there any famous public figures you think are smart? Famous public figures. So, I'd say Destiny is a pretty smart guy, but he does and says dumb things on some degree of frequency, especially when it's about veganism. But I wouldn't say he's stupid, and I would say he's a smart guy overall. So I guess Destiny. I don't know if you... I don't know what you mean by famous either, because that can mean a lot of different things. Who else? Like, celebrities are just fucking retarded, dude. They're all just weirdo cucks, so... I don't know. Most people with fame are stupid. I think there's something about stupidity that predisposes you to fame. But yeah, Joe Rogan's a fucking moron, Elon Musk's a fucking moron, Jordan Peterson's a fucking moron. Everybody's a fucking moron. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo. Appreciate it. Gumting Beng Sung Wang Chen Fen donated $2. Apostate Prophet is a fucking legend, dude, I swear. Also, Hassan is fucking cringe. Wonder what he would do if someone trolled him in public by waving a giant Israeli flag, lol. Also, Hassan and AP are both Turkish. Yeah, I know Hassan's Turkish. I was actually thinking of getting an Israeli headband and wearing it like Solid Snake, even in public. So, I might do that.
Nice to meet you. We don't shake hands, out of respect. Yeah. We have a term of respect for women. We don't want to misuse the woman's body.
Bullshit. That is not the reason why, and you can't find a single source which says that this is the reason. It's not out of respect for women. That is only something that some Muslim apologists, like this one, unfortunately make up in order to make Islam sound respectful and nice and cozy. The only reason Muslim men don't shake the hands of other women is that Muhammad said that you should not do it. And because Muhammad himself wouldn't shake the hands of women, except those he owned. Yes, that's what it says. Which is no surprise, because Muhammad would also look at a woman outside and get in big trouble with his sexual desires and run home to his wives. This is the reason.
Yep. Apostate Prophet's definitely fucking badass when it comes to debunking Islam. Yeah, his shit on Islam is great. Thanks for that donation, dude. Dude, this is cringe as fuck. Like, let me see. Nancy Pelosi has some huge knockers. Like, really big bazongas. Those are some big-ass titties. Let me see. That is cringe, dude. What are they doing?
And that shit's whack as fuck. I would say this is demonstrably one layer worse, maybe multiple layers worse. Because these people, all of them, including black congresspersons that also not only allowed this to happen, but played a role in it, put their fucking names on there. Congressional Black Caucus, I'm looking right at you. Like, that is just purely symbolic and worse than just pure symbolism. These guys don't have any power. These guys do. And they're doing this gesture as a way to not do the necessary things. Because we all know what happened. We're living in 2022 now. It's been 2 years. What happened? Not only was the first thing that the Democratic Party did, not only was their first action to stop like any kind of BLM movement and the momentum, then in its fucking tracks. And instead of like taking away funds from police budgets and like putting it back into community programs, they literally immediately went with, oh, let's do 8 Can't Wait. And then a year later, they couldn't even pass 8 Can't Wait. They couldn't even federalize a chokehold ban. But when these guys do it, it's way worse because this is a performative gesture. You're basically taking advantage of on the ground momentum instead of using your immediately.
Well, those were, for the most part, some pretty dumb Hassan takes.
Are there any politicians you think are smart people?
Bernie Sanders, other than that, I would say politicians are just varying degrees of wrong. But I would say Bernie is smart. It's too bad he didn't become president, but yeah, I'd say Bernie. Like, Barack Obama is definitely a smart guy, but I'd say he is relatively immoral. But yeah, most politicians are just varying degrees of wrong. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. Let's watch some more Prophet Muhammad.
In December 623 AD, Muhammad sent his cousin Abdullah bin Yash in Rajab month to lead 8 Muhajirin to attack a small Quraysh caravan.
Abdullah, keep this letter for yourself. Go to Ta'if direction. After 2 days, read the letter.
Yes, Rasulullah.
Abdullah bin Yash and the Muslims started traveling. On the second day, he read the letter.
Rasulullah told us to go to Nakhla, and wait for the Quraysh there. Everyone who wish martyrdom, can go with me.
The whole group continued to go to Nakhla. In Nakhla, they met with a small Quraysh caravan. The leader of the Quraysh caravan was Amr bin al-Hadrami. Their camels carried dry raisins, leather and other merchandise.
Look. Those are our target.
Can we kill them?
This is the last day of the Rajab, a sacred month. We cannot kill anyone in sacred months.
But if we let them go, they will soon reach a sacred area where we cannot attack them.
Let's approach them first.
Hey, look. The Muslims. They may try to rob us again.
Bukasha bin Misan removed his turban to show his shaved head.
I have to show my shaved head to deceive them.
Good.
Look, they are the pilgrims. We don't have to be afraid of them.
Yes, I don't think they will kill us. This is still a sacred month.
It was a common Arab tradition that during the 4 sacred months, which were Rajab, Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, and Muharram, the Arab pagans did the Umrah or small Hajj ritual. During those 4 sacred months, it was completely forbidden to shed blood, or do warfare among themselves.
This is our only opportunity. Let's just kill them as many as we can and take what they had.
Okay, be ready, guys.
Amir.
Are you okay, man?
The Muslims captured Quraysh merchants named Uthman ibn Abdullah and Hakam ibn Kaysan. Another merchant named Nawfal was able to escape.
Yeah, we made it. Shubhanallah.
Alhamdulillah.
At last. We are victorious. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, we made it.
Alhamdulillah.
Rasulullah will be very happy.
We can ask the Quraysh to pay the ransom for these prisoners.
Abdullah bin Yash and his companions took the caravan and the 2 prisoners to Medina. Abdullah bin Yash met Rasulullah in Medina to report the result of his mission. The news about the successful raid attracted people to see the event.
Oh,
dude. They are just disgusting, thieving thugs. Who the fuck would follow a religion like this?
Rasulullah, we are successful this time. We got the booty and 2 prisoners.
Alhamdulillah. At last, we got some booty.
But some people reprimanded him and the Muslims.
You attacked these people in the sacred month. That's not allowed.
Muhammad and his companions have violated the sacred month, looted our property, killed our colleague, taken booty, and captured us.
Why did you do that?
No warfare was allowed and bloodshed was completely forbidden in this sacred month.
I have to find an answer to calm them down and keep the loot. I don't want the booty since I didn't order you to fight in the sacred month.
Huh?
On the other hand, Allah just revealed a message. Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 217. They ask thee concerning fighting in the prohibited month. Say, fighting therein is a grave offense, but graver is it in the sight of Allah to prevent access to the path of Allah, to deny Him, to prevent access to the sacred mosque, and drive out its members. Their oppression are worse than slaughter. They will not cease fighting you until you turn back from your faith. And if any of you turn back from your faith and die in unbelief, your work are useless in this life and hereafter, and you will be in hellfire.
Basically, Prophet Muhammad put the blame on the Meccans for rejecting Allah's words that had been passed to them through his messenger. Therefore, they were fair game for Allah's vengeance, even during the sacred months.
A fifth of the booty belonged to Rasulullah.
As the gang leader, Prophet Muhammad got a fifth of the stolen merchandise. This share is called as Khumus. Later on, after the next robbery at Badr, Allah would reveal the Khumus order formerly in Quran, Surah Al-Anfal, verse 41. The Quraysh people came from Mecca to ask Muhammad to free the Quraysh prisoners.
We ask you to release our friends. They didn't do anything wrong to you.
You have to pay the ransom for both of them first.
Holy shit.
Prophet Muhammad released the 2 Quraysh prisoners after the Quraysh paid the ransom. Unfortunately, soon after his release, Hakam ibn Kaysan became a Muslim, probably after witnessing the profitability in jihad. The other prisoner, Uthman ibn Abdullah, returned to Mecca and remained as an unbeliever. The commander of the Nakhla robbery, Abdullah ibn Yash, was called the Amir al-Mu'minin, which means, the commander of the faithful.
Yeah, literally only fucking psychopaths join Islam. It's so insane.
This successful raid on the Quraysh caravans fully alarmed the Meccans, because their prosperity completely depended upon the regular and uninterrupted trade to Syria. They now understood that Muhammad had very little respect for life and absolutely no concern for the sanctity of the sacred months. They had no choice but to fight back. However, the Quraysh restrained their hostility. Muhammad still had a few of his followers residing in Mecca, including his own daughter, Zainab. The Quraysh did not take any revenge on the remaining Muslims at Mecca, nor did they make any attempt to harass Prophet Muhammad's beloved daughter, Zainab. On the other hand, Prophet Muhammad's spirit was boosted after the success of the Nakhla plunder. He contemplated a more severe and mortal attack on the Quraysh.
Allah orders us to fight the unbelievers, until the religion became Allah's alone, or until the whole world embraced Islam. Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 190 to 194. Fight in the cause of Allah those who fight you, but do not transgress limits, for Allah loveth not transgressors.
What is the limit? The limit is when unbelievers decide to accept Islam. With this order, Muslims have to keep fighting infidels until the end of time.
Allah reproves those who were reluctant to join in the war of plunder, but grant paradise to those who fight for Islam and be killed. Quran, Surah Muhammad, verse 20 and 21. Allah asked you, Muslims, to strike off the heads of the unbelievers, to make a great slaughter and bind them fast in bonds. Quran, Surah Muhammad, verse 4. The true believers not only need to fight, but also to contribute materially towards the cost of war. Quran, Surah An-Nisa, verse 66 to 67.
How in the hell do, like, Muslims get off calling Islam a religion of peace when it literally says, go to war, kill non-believers and apostates, and behead them? Like, what the fuck? Tweeko donated $2. This Arab guy was with Sneeko recently in Mecca, and he said, India was the dirtiest country in the world. He might be right.
Right here behind me is the dirtiest river in the world, and we're about to jump in. It's a ritual here. When you jump in the Ganges, you're cleaning yourself of your sins. This river is filled with shit, dead bodies. Behind me are burning bodies that they burn here for spiritual reasons. So what do they do with the body parts once they're done?
So they cremate in the Ganga.
Oh, the body parts that are left, they just throw it in.
Yeah.
It smells absolutely like urine. I'm washing my sins right now. Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm pretty sure I have all kinds of STDs now.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Meanwhile, in Mecca, let me see. Mecca seems like a very stupid place, and the double standard lol. Are you gonna like watch stuff with me? Yeah, maybe I'll just keep streaming then. We gotta be at that place by 1 though. Huh? No, I got a message him. Or text him, I mean. Wow. Dude, why can't these pieces of shit just leave innocent animals out of their stupid, dumb cult rituals? Why don't they grab, like, one of their fucking dumb, retarded-ass, inbred fucking kids and sacrifice them to their fucking imaginary friend, rather than taking an innocent animal? They're so fucked. Yeah, dude, fuck all these religions. They're just disgusting, hypocritical pieces of shit. Thanks for the donation, Tweeko. Dodo donated $2. I'm on your thumbnail 2 days in a row. Sorry I haven't been here much today and yesterday because I've been busy. I will have to rewind you stream. Watch the gaming because I want to see what happened in Alan Wake today. Don't spoil it, please. Alright, don't worry, Dodo. I won't spoil it for you. Appreciate the donation, dude.
Those Muslims who did that would have a higher rank in paradise. Quran, Surah An-Nisa, verse 95. Allah gives a guarantee of heaven for Muslims who do jihad to kill or be killed. Quran, Surah At-Tawbah, verse 111. Allah has indeed purchased from the believers their lives and wealth in exchange for paradise. They fight in the cause of Allah and kill or are killed. This is a true promise binding on him in the Torah, the Gospel, and the Quran. And whose promise is truer than Allah's? So rejoice in the exchange you have made with him. That is truly the ultimate triumph.
Really explains why so many Muslims are so fucking violent, because it literally commands them to do this.
This documentary is long, but you should watch it. It's crazy. Just maybe watch the 30 minutes at a time, or when you do sit-ups. Is there any way we could watch some? Also, Islam is in this a corruption too.
Let me see. Watch 30 minutes at a time. Silenced by Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson's a bit of a fucking idiot. some of the shit that's happened to him is bullcrap. A lot of it is entirely his fault and he deserves it. He's not a free speech figure. He crosses the line a lot. So, yeah, he crosses the line when it comes to free speech a fair bit. So I don't know if I really want to watch this because it's going to be misleading.
This video makes you want to get back to playing Chivalry 2.
You mean this video we're watching, or were you supposed to link me something? Because you didn't send me a link. I do not like Chivalry. Yeah, I'm not into the Chivalry games, but thanks for that donation, Dutchy. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to watch the Tommy Robinson doc, but thanks for that donation, Bootycum.
But not a single verse of Torah or Injil that promises such a thing. As a matter of fact, Islam is the only religion in the world that orders its followers to kill or be killed in Allah's path as the way to go to heaven. The Quranic verses of jihad were revealed within 2 or 3 years after Prophet Muhammad's arrival at Medina. He disguised the plundering against the infidels as jihad or striving on the path of Allah. The jihad became an absolute requirement for Muslims to go to heaven.
Dodo donated $2, let me see.
This was the future in 1988, right? This is drawn in the 1950s, in 60s, thinking about the 1960s, thinking about the 1980s. Let's take a close look at what's going on in America. I think we have fear of numbers. For example, okay, here goes one. Maybe it's not fear, maybe it's ignorance of numbers. Okay. Science illiteracy is rampant in our culture. I'm not telling. I've changed my views 360.
No, please, not true, as in this doc he provides evidence. You're always on about backing your claims up with evidence, so if that is true, watch this and watch the evidence proven documents videos and confessions. So no, he's not if you want certain timestamps.
Okay, maybe we'll watch it, alright? Thanks for the donation, Bootycum.
My grandmother died from cancer, and before she died she spent 6 months doing Ayurvedic treatment in India. She eventually came home and did chemo, but she died anyways. I love her, but I wonder if she would still be alive if she weren't a fucking dumbass.
There's a good chance she would still be alive, and there might actually be a chance that, what's his name would still be alive if he didn't get help from Dr. K. So yeah, Ayurveda's bullshit. Thanks for that donation though, Dreamzation. Tweako donated $2, yeah, I agree. India is dirty as fuck, but compared to the Middle East, they're angels. Well, I'm talking about sanitation. It's absolutely fucked how twisted they are. Was reading an article that's and it said 80 million animals, $250 million worth are killed for Eid, yet they claim to be peaceful. Well, Islam sure as fuck isn't a religion of peace. They murder people, they murder animals, they abuse women. So yeah, it sure as fuck ain't a religion of peace. It's more of a religion of fucking degeneracy and child rape. Thanks for that donation though, Tweako.
No link. I was referring to the Muhammad video when there were fight scenes.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. I guess it does remind me of Chivalry. It's awkward and stilted like Chivalry is. Thanks for that donation, Dutchy. Vice news reporter, where do you think women in abusive relationships should go for help? Taliban. There is no abuse against women. These are only accusations. Also, women cannot assume positions of authority because women have lesser brains. This literally sounds like the Red Pill movement run amok.
Where do you think that women who are in abusive relationships should go for help?
حق ظلم خو نشته دی اخو د خلکو ادعاوې دي چې چیرې ښځه او میړه په هغو حقوقو څه وچلي نو ټول شای خوندي او محفوظ دي
Do you think that it can ever be justified for a man to beat his wife?
دی وایل دومره وایل چې شنه نشي اثر دی وایل ښکاره نشي که چیرې شنه شي قاضي ته ولاړه شي عریضه وکړه قاضي د دې پوښتنه کوي چې ولې شنه ده.
Should women be allowed to do your job and preside over cases and to determine what justice is?
قضاوت په ښځه لږ بوج وي قضاوت د ښځې لپاره نشته چې قاضي شي.
Why?
ښځو نقصان عقل او دین دواړه شته دی که نه.
Where do you think that...
Well, they're pieces of shit. I hope they choke on their next fucking meal. I've already seen this Neil deGrasse Tyson video, so I don't think I'm going to watch it, but yeah, he's pretty based here.
Even if you don't agree with all of his views, you've seen, especially in the last month since the Islam bullshit, you've seen Young Turks and them other channels turn retarded. They provide misinformation on Israel and make false claims.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Young Turks are fucking terrible. I think Majority Report and Kyle Kalinske are probably the two biggest lefty channels I've seen that are giving the worst misinformation about the war in Gaza right now. Thanks for the donation, though, Bootycom.
With jihad came money as well, and this attracted more people to join the Muslim army to do more plundering. Through this way, Prophet Muhammad could ensure his steady flow of income throughout his lifetime in Medina. Most Muslims rationalize the validity of jihad by saying that the jihad verses of Quran are only applicable during a war period, but Prophet Muhammad never stopped igniting wars against the infidels. During his lifetime, Prophet Muhammad did 27 Ghazawa, assaults which he ordered and in which he took part, and 72 Suriya, assaults which he ordered but in which he did not take part. He only stopped assaulting infidels when he died.
Yep. Prophet Muhammad was a piece of shit, and the only people who followed him were fucking psychopaths. Guide for a Muslim wife.
A couple of husband and wife came to meet Prophet Muhammad.
O Rasul Allah, I would like to ask you about my obligation to my husband.
What is your question?
Can I object my husband if he tries to approach me?
When your husband asks you to have intimacy with him, you should not refuse him at any time. By the one in whose hand is the soul of Muhammad, no woman can fulfill her duty towards Allah until she fulfills her duty towards her husband. If he asks her for intimacy, even if she is on her camel's saddle, she should not refuse.
Holy shit.
That's the way you do it, my son. On open air.
In front of public, Daddy?
Alhamdulillah, Allah understands what men's needs.
Lot of losers around. Lot of scum around. Lot of losers around. Lot of scum around. Anyways, time for some good old-fashioned dick dipping.
Couldn't agree more, Andrew. Lots of scum indeed. Thanks for the donation, dude. Dodo donated $2. I think people like Secular Talk feel like they have to be against what Israel's doing because there are a lot of civilian deaths, otherwise people will think they will sound hypocritical since they make it seem like Iraq War was wrong only because many civilians died. I think Kyle hates Jews. Like, the way he talked about the October 7th attack, I think he just hates Jewish people. He said only 1,200 people died. So he said, oh, well, the initial figure was 1,400, but turns out only 1,200 people died. He used those words. And then he spread the misinformation that half of them were in the Israeli military, which is a lie, because Israel has mandatory military service, And a lot of people choose to be in the reserves after they do their mandatory service. So they're not in the military. Most of them were either formerly in the military because they had to, or they're reservists. So I think he just fucking hates Jews. It goes beyond cope, and it is a callous disregard for the life of fucking Jewish people. So I don't know. I don't think so. Thanks for that donation though, Dodo. Dutchy donated $2. Do you think whoever created Prophet Muhammad series was an ex-Muslim? Almost certainly. He seems to know enough about the culture where you'd assume he's an ex-Muslim, because he seems to know a lot. Thanks for the donation, Dutchy.
What about my need? What if I refuse to do so?
If a woman refuse her husband's call for having intimacy and cause him to sleep in anger, then Allah will be displeased and he will send angels to curse her till morning. Quran, Surah An-Nisa, verse 34. Men are in control of women, because Allah hath made men to be superior over women, and because men...
Wow, I didn't know about that verse. Dude, I'm learning so much by watching this series. Because Muslims will always give you this cope that, Islam really treats women well. Women are equal in Islam. And then you literally have Quranic verses saying men are superior to women. Like,
men spend their money for their women. If you are afraid their submissiveness, admonish them and lock up them to their beds, and beat them. Then if they obey you, punish them no more. Therefore the righteous women are devoutly obedient to Allah and to their husbands, and guard in their husbands' absence what Allah orders them to guard.
I don't feel like I am loved at all.
Who are the best of women, Ya Rasulullah?
The one who pleases her husband, if he looks at her, and obeys him, if he orders her. Any woman who dies in a state where her husband is pleased with her, shall enter Jannah. So, woman, please your husband.
Jesus.
So, obeying your husband.
Ethan donated $2. Are you a Republican? No. Heard you say you're voting conservative this election in Turkey Tom's video. Yeah, the reason I'm voting conservative is because the Liberal Party is fucking terrible. They're turning the country into a shithole. Housing is out of fucking control, and the Liberal Party is doing absolutely nothing.
People calling him far-right, fuck them. What he says about Islam is fucking true. Everyone crying wah calling him far-right for our fucking little snowflakes.
Okay, I don't know if we'll watch that documentary tonight, Bootycum, but maybe some other time. Thanks for the donation, Bootycum. Yeah, so there's issues like the housing crisis, where houses are just so ridiculously fucking expensive, there's no realistic prospect of being able to own a home if you make like less than 6 figures. So because liberals aren't doing anything to alleviate those issues, I'm just going to vote conservative and see what happens. I don't have much faith in the Conservative Party. I think they're run by a fucking moron, and I don't like his political beliefs. But again, like, what are you going to do? You can either vote for the same retards that are driving the country into the ground, or you can vote for some other retards who might be better. So, yeah, that's the reasoning why I'm probably going to vote conservative in the next election. Thanks for the donation, though, Ethan. Bootycum donated $2. Wrong vid, I meant this one. You did not link me anything. You fucked up, Bootycum. You didn't link me anything, but thanks for the donation. Ethan donated $2. Do the conservatives in Canada support Ukraine and Israel? I think they do. Also, I think especially Israel. Also, are they climate change deniers and Christian zealots? They're not as crazy as American Republicans. So they're not climate change deniers, but they'll kind of... What they'll do is they'll say climate issues are not as important as the economy or, you know, financial issues that people have. So they'll be against, you know, green energy taxes and shit like that because, oh, it'll raise people's heating bills and they already have trouble, you know, affording heating as it is. So they'll make those sorts of arguments. They won't just say, God made it so climate change isn't real or anything stupid like that. So yeah, that type of insane QAnon retardation isn't really in Canadian politics. Thanks for the donation though, Ethan. Bootycum donated $2 and gave me the same exact link. So again, I don't think we'll have time to watch that tonight, but maybe tomorrow or some other time, Bootycum. Thanks for the donation. Bread and vegan butter donated $2. Glad some countries can use their head. Look at the cringe comments in the first vid. Let me take a look. France's Muslims are outraged by the decision to ban halal slaughter. How about we just slaughter them instead and see how they feel about halal slaughter? Let's see. You're doing a great job by highlighting atrocities against Muslims and mentioning words of Allah. Oh my god. Yeah, let's forget about the atrocities committed against animals, right? Feel privileged to be in a community where I can freely practice my religion. It's not so much of a religion as it is a death cult. If the way you practice your fucking so-called religion is by murdering innocent animals, piece of shit. Their country, their rules based. Allah gives help from where we don't expect, and he has an army which only he knows. Yeah, you say that. Shove it up your ass. Fucking pieces of crap, dude. They're just pieces of shit. The more I see Muslims play the victim and slaughter animals, the more I support Israel. Fuck yeah, dude. 10 countries where Islam is banned. Angola. Czech Republic, really? I don't know, Vatican City. I don't know if this is true. I'm pretty sure Japan... Okay, Japan didn't ban the practice of Islam. They banned Muslim immigration, I think, to some degree, because there were a bunch of riots and violence that was happening with Muslim immigrants. Yeah, this video's inaccurate. The first comment, this needs to happen all over the world. Yeah, really. Thanks for the donation, though, bread and vegan butter. Bootycum donated $2. This one, my fucking phone. Okay. It's literally the same link, dude. Maybe just send it to me some other time when you're not on your phone or something. But thanks for the donation, Bootycum.
And as fard, an obligation. Your husband is the emir of the household.
All right. I'll please you, so I will go to Jannah. Over there, I'll get whatever I want, and I'll ask for 72 virgin male angels to please me. There will be there all that the souls could desire, all that their eyes could delight in, and ye shall abide therein for aye. Quran, Surah Az-Zukhruf, verse 71.
Basically, Prophet Muhammad taught his Muslim followers to control their wives with the threat of hell, Allah's curses, and physical punishment. This message clearly stated in Quran, Surah An-Nisa, verse 34, and then the Ahadith. Guidance for a Muslim Wife, by Maulvi Majaz Azami. Hadith 6. Rasulullah said that the fragrance of heaven will be forbidden for a woman who asks her husband for divorce without any valid reason. Hadith 7. Rasulullah said that if a woman died and her husband was pleased with her during her life, undoubtedly she has entered heaven. Hadith 8. Rasulullah said, O woman, your heaven and hell is your husband. Meaning a woman will enter heaven if the husband is pleased and hell if he is displeased with her. That is how Prophet Muhammad taught a Muslim husband to have complete control of the entire lives of his Muslim wives. This also explains why Muslimah endured abusive treatment from their spouses for decades. They are just too scared to revolt and break free.
Yep. Again, only a psychopath would want to join Islam. Like, it's all... Islam is literally created for psychopaths and woman haters who just want to live entirely for themselves and use whatever excuse they can to commit, like, their psychopathic crimes. Dodo donated $2. When... TFW, what does that mean? When you try to look up what happened in the news today, and you see headlines and pictures of babies in Gaza hospital, and then you're forced to see the ugly, disgusting babies. They're so fucking ugly, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know. That's why I avoid mainstream news. Because they always put babies and everything. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. Bootycom donated $2. Controversial Dutch MP Geert Wilder says Islam is fascist. The vid is 1 minute long. Search it. Islam is a religion of fascism. It absolutely is. And I think I've seen that clip.
Good afternoon. Do I have a problem with Islam? Yes, I do have a problem with Islam. I think it's a fascist ideology. I think we should stop the Islamization of our society. But
oh yeah, I totally agree.
But through democracy, through policies that get a majority in our parliaments. I believe Islam is a violent and dangerous religion and even a retarded culture. But I have nothing against Muslims. So indeed, I want a full stop of immigration from Muslim countries to the Netherlands. I believe it should be implemented in the whole of Europe, by the way. Not because I have something against the people, but I believe that they bring along a culture and an ideology, a fascist ideology that is not, that we should not letting.
I had a friend who was in my Call of Duty clan whose family was from the Netherlands. They literally sent over photos of their Muslim neighbors jumping on their roof and breaking their windows open. And the reason they were doing that was because they were crazy whack jobs who believed in committing jihad, and because they couldn't murder other non-Muslims without going to jail, they would do crazy shit like that, like just attack you for no reason.
Let grow in our society.
So, yeah, when you have shit like that going on, I can understand why there's a political interest to ban Muslim immigration when so many of them are committing, like, you know, creating so many problems.
Were you happy with the way Tom's video portrayed you? I'm also curious about the conversation you guys had while watching Dominion that wasn't in the actual video.
Yeah, I did think he fairly represented me in the video, in that documentary. And again, I'm glad he let me have an opportunity to like share my side of the story and everything. Yeah, I wish more of the reaction to Dominion was in the documentary. I thought that would have been that's my perspective though, but I thought that would have made the documentary a bit more interesting because yeah, that was a pretty emotional situation watching the Dominion documentary. Like we were both crying and stuff. But maybe felt uncomfortable putting it in, maybe thought it didn't really relate to the message he wanted to share. Like, I don't know. He might upload a unedited sort of video of the like interview we did. And he might upload more of our reaction to the documentary. He might. I'll ask him. Thanks for the donation, Vivian. Prismo. You're not getting my fucking Oreos. Get the fuck out of here.
This story is based on Sunan Abu Dawud, Hadith number 4361. A blind man had an walad who used to insult Prophet Muhammad. He forbade her to do so, but she did not stop. He rebuked her, but she did not give up her habit. So he stabbed her belly to kill her. Her fetus fell down between her legs. Then she died. In the morning, people found her dead body. Then they informed Prophet Muhammad.
Rasulullah, you have to come to see it.
Prophet Muhammad came to the blind man's house.
Who did this?
The blind man came to the front, feeling scared.
I'm the person who did it. Messenger of Allah. I'm her master. She used to abuse you and disparage you. I forbade her, but she did not stop, and I rebuked her, but she did not abandon her habit. I have 2 sons like pearls from her, and she was my companion. Last night she began to abuse and disparage you. So I took a dagger, put it on her belly and pressed it till I killed her.
I see. Behold, witnesses. No retaliation is needed for her blood.
Thank you, Prophet.
Muslims discussed about the killing of the pregnant walad.
So, what's the Prophet's message out of this tragedy?
Isn't it obvious, bro? Kill anyone who dares to insult the Prophet, even if that person is your family.
Wow.
This hadith shows extreme injustice by Prophet Muhammad. He forgave a man who killed a pregnant woman with his own child, just because he said that this woman insulted the Prophet. That was an unacceptable act. What if that person is lying to avoid punishment? Based on this hadith, Muslim husbands could arbitrarily accuse their wives of insulting the Messenger of Allah, and therefore, the husbands could just easily plant a knife into their wives' stomachs, without facing any punishment. Since this hadith is part of Sharia law, you can imagine how many innocent Muslimah were killed by their husbands in the period of 1,400 years.
That is crazy. Bootycam donate $2. Sound similar, go to 740 for 3 minutes.
Other instances that have gone on. I'm going to show you a video now. I'll ask you to watch.
A series of attacks on the homes of elderly people in Luton are racially motivated. The victims fear the aim is to force them to sit up and move out.
This is the latest attack, a beer keg thrown through the window of a 74-year-old great-grandmother in the middle of the night. It's the 3rd time it's happened. great-grandmother in the middle of the
Yeah, so in my Call of Duty clan, it was like this. There were windows on the top of the roofs, and this like Muslim couple were breaking in the fucking windows on the top of the roof. And apparently it was because they were committing an act of jihad. And because they couldn't murder anybody or else they'd go to jail, they were just doing crazy shit.
night. It's the third time it's happened. The last was on Christmas Eve.
You can imagine Christmas Eve and somebody throwing a brick through your window, how it felt. When everything's supposed to be jolly and happy, you feel down, innit? And they are throwing brick through my window and run. They are cowards.
In the next street, another couple who've been targeted repeatedly.
At night time, I personally can't sleep. And you don't know what next they will do. You wonder sometimes if they're going to put petrol or boom or something through the letterbox.
And around the corner, this house. It looks unlived in. In fact, it's been home to one couple for 60 years. Now so terrorised, they won't take down the boards.
Because it always happened between about 1 and 4 o'clock in the morning. And you were really worried, sick, wondering what was going to happen next. Because there weren't just little bits of stones or things.
Religion of
These
peace.
were real house bricks and lumps of concrete that they'd thrown through the window.
Meanwhile, families are doing what they can to protect themselves.
I am one of the old type, determined black woman. I am not going nowhere. If they don't like me here, they can go. I'm quite happy where I am.
Scared, but most of all angry, they're not moving.
Now, again, maybe take it to the community you live in. You know these people, because I know the Palmers and I know the Howards. Yeah, you can imagine eruptions these sort of incidents cause in your community. There was actually 30 people's houses that were attacked at these times. There was 88 attacks before the police acted. The way we see, what we're seeing in the Rotherham report.
Yep, religion of peace. Well, thanks for the donation, Booty Cum. Kid Boo donated $2. Let me see. The audacity. I'm a single father of 6 with 1 on the way, and they are my world. If you don't have what it takes to help me raise my kids, then move aside and let a real woman step up. That's fucking good. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's fucking funny. Thanks for that donation, Kid Boo. It's funny when men do it.
This story happened after the Badar robbery in which Muhammad got a lot of property from robbing and killings. Because of the Badar's success, Muhammad felt strong enough to get rid of his critics who were displeased with his arrival at Medina. During those days, the most successful method of hurling epithets and criticisms at opponents was through poems. Therefore, poets in those days were what journalists are today. Ashma bint Marwan was a poetess from Bani Awaz, and she hated Prophet Muhammad for killing many of his critics. She wrote a poet to criticize her people for trusting a stranger who fought his own people, which was the Quraysh.
I despise the men of Banu Malik and Al-Nabit, and Awuf and Al-Khazraj. You obey a stranger who does not belong among you, who is not of Murad or Madhij. Do you expect good from him after the killing of your chiefs? Like a hungry man waiting for meal soup when it is cooking? Is there no man of pride who would attack him by surprise and cut off the hopes of those who expect aught from him?
On hearing that, Prophet Muhammad was very angry.
Who will rid me of Marwan's daughter?
Umar ibn Adi raised his hand.
Wow.
I will do it, Rasulullah.
At night, Ibn Adi crept into the writer's home. He found Ashma sleeping, surrounded by her young children. Her baby was suckling on her breast. Umair removed the suckling baby. Then he plunged his sword into the poetess, penetrating her body. In the morning, Prophet Muhammad met Umair ibn Adi in the mosque.
Have you slain the daughter of Marwan?
Yes, Rasulullah.
You've helped Allah and his apostle, O Umair.
Will there be any evil consequences for what I've done?
Nah, 2 goats won't butt their heads about her.
Goats like to butt heads for any trivial reason. But, according to Prophet Muhammad, the murder of Asma was so insignificant that even goats would not bother to butt their heads for that matter. People of Banu Qatma, which was Umair ibn Adi's tribe, in Medina, talked about the death of Asma bint Marwan.
Asma was murdered by Ibn Adi, the Muslim.
Muhammad ordered it.
How barbaric.
Umair ibn Adi appeared in front of them and said,
Yes, I had killed Bint Marwan, O people of Qatma. Go ahead, fight me if you dare.
The people of Banu Qatma was so scared that they decided to submit under Islam and became Muslims at that very day.
Well, what we mean is,
there is no God but Allah.
And Muhammad is Rasul Allah.
But where is the justice for our mother and for us?
Yeah, Jesus. Islam is literally just sick. Penalty for apostasy.
This story is based on Sahih Bukhari, Volume 4, Book 52, number 260.
This is the punishment for leaving Islam.
Ali, don't do it.
Ali, don't do it. You also
don't mean it's about a choice in our life.
Why we can't
It's about a choice in our life.
Who else? Is there anyone else wanting to leave Islam?
The news about what Ali did reached Ibn Abbas.
That must be a horrible death.
Had I been in his place, I would not have burnt them, as the Prophet said, don't punish anybody with Allah's punishment.
Ibn Abbas did not mind that Ali burnt some people to death.
No doubt, I would have killed them, for the Prophet said, if a Muslim discards his religion, kill him. Also, the Prophet said about apostasy in Quran, Surah An-Nisa, verse 89. Hypocrites, if they turn back, kill them wherever you find them.
That's fucked.
Check out Trump getting booed and heckled by the crowd of people in the stadium for the Clemson SC football game. Nobody is putting up with him. Smile.
Let me take a look. That's interesting. It's a football game. Well, that's good to see. Thanks for the donation, Bend Over. Appreciate it. Bootycom donated $2. Let me take a look.
The terrorist group ISIS, so determined to shock civilized people everywhere, has now resorted to a new method of murder. They have executed a Jordanian Air Force pilot by burning him alive, and we'll point out just as quickly here, we're not going to air a bit of that here tonight. This execution, while no more vile than any of the others, may be different in terms of how Jordan now reacts to the murder of a pilot and a Muslim. And in the background here is the knowledge that an American woman is also being held by the same group. We have it covered tonight, beginning with our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel. Richard, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. There is absolute outrage in Jordan. People are furious. They are shocked. There are calls for military action, and there's been a strong show of support for the monarchy.
Locked in a metal cage, doused in fuel, the young Jordanian pilot moments before being burned alive. The most savage act yet from a group known for its shocking brutality. In Jordan, relatives could not contain their disgust and grief and fury. The pilot was First Lieutenant Muaz Al-Kasasbeh, 26, just married in July. An elite member of Jordanian society, he was captured the day before Christmas after ejecting from his F-16 on a mission to attack.
Hey, I just found your channel. Do you recommend watching Dominion, Earthlings, or Seaspiracy first? Do you recommend all three?
I think Earthlings is the best movie out of the three. I've never seen Seaspiracy, so I wouldn't really be able to tell you. Probably a good film. But out of the two I've seen, Earthlings was a better film than Dominion, in my opinion. It's just that Dominion's more modern. So if you're gonna show that to a film to non-vegans to convince them to go vegan, I'd say you probably want them to watch Dominion if you had to choose any movie, because it's just more modern. There's modern footage, and they can't say, oh, well, that was taken, 15 years ago with a crappy cell phone camera, and people don't do that in the animal agriculture industry anymore, or that's a foreign country. Dominion, all the footage is modern. It was all shot in Australia, which is a modern Western country that supposedly has, some of the best animal welfare laws on Earth. So they can't use those stupid excuses, but Earthlings is a better movie. So if you're vegan, you want to watch a good animal rights film, that would be the one to watch. If you have to show a film to non-vegans to try to convince them to go vegan, and you can only show them one, I'd say Dominion. But thanks for the nation, Jack. Hope that answers your question.
ISIS in Syria, part of the U.S.-led coalition. Jordan's King Abdullah.
Yeah, dude. ISIS is fucking trash. Thanks for the donation, the booty cam. Son Goku donated $2. 405 by 18 and 19 back-to-back. Larson Press. How in the fuck, dude? Just doesn't make sense to me how some people are that strong. That is crazy. Yeah, that's insane. Pretty sure that guy's on roids, though, but still. Thanks for the nation, Son Goku.
Destroy statues of the We have witnessed some Muslims destroy statues of the non-Islamic faith. For instance, these ISIS members destroying antiquities in Iraq in 2015. There are many other similar examples all over the world. For instance, the bombing of the Borobudur Temple in Indonesia in 1985. The bombing of the giant Buddha statue in Afghanistan in 2001. The destruction of Lord Shiva statue in India. Did they do this because Prophet Muhammad taught them to do so? When we ask our Muslim friends about this negative tendency, they usually will say,
"Oh, those people who did the destruction are not real Muslims. They are misled. Islam doesn't teach us to do that."
Is that true?
Oh yeah, it does.
Prophet Muhammad declared that Muslims have to follow his example in Quran, Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 21.
Indeed, in the Messenger of Allah you have an excellent example for whoever has hope in Allah in the last day, and remembers Allah often.
In Sirah Rasul Allah, Ibn Ishaq explains what Muhammad did with the 360 Quraysh idols in the Kaaba area. According to Sirah, Prophet Muhammad conquered Mecca in the year 630 AD. He ordered Uthman ibn Talha to open the Kaaba door. Prophet Muhammad saw a wooden dove sculpture. The Prophet saw a picture of Mother Mary and baby Jesus.
Erase all of the pictures except this one.
Yes, Rasulullah.
Ibn Ishaq mentioned about this event in Sirat Rasul Allah, page 552. The apostle ordered that the pictures should be erased except those of Jesus and Mary.
Why did he keep the picture of Mother Mary and baby Jesus?
He apparently had some weird crushes toward Mother Mary for unknown reasons. He even dreamt about getting married to her in heaven.
According to Tabarani, the messenger of God said,
What? He must have gotten turned on by that painting.
I have carefully observed and reviewed the data of this chat and came to conclusion that everyone in here is scum besides Kirsty.
I think you mean Christy is scum and everyone else is cool, but thanks for that donation, Private Observer.
Married me in paradise to Mary the daughter of Imran and to the wife of Pharaoh and the sister of Moses, quoted by Ibn Kathir in his book Qisas al-Anbiya, page 381.
The truth has come and falsehood has passed away. Verily, falsehood is sure to pass away. Destroy the idols.
According to Sirat, he pointed at the idol statues and then the statues collapsed and were destroyed one by one. But this information is not correct since we know that the Prophet couldn't make any miracle and he admitted himself in Quran, Surah Al-A'raf, verse 188. Most likely, he ordered his soldiers to destroy them all.
Kid Boo don't need to tell his white man speaking facts. Let me see.
I believe that there's systemic racism in this society. When an African American defendant comes in front of a judge, they are less likely to be able to plead down their case from a felony to a misdemeanor.
Instead of saying, you know, they really get different sentencing, how about this? Stop committing crimes.
I've always wondered if believing in Jesus was part of Islam. I've heard it was. And even if it was true, I believe this explains why. Yikes.
Yeah, it might explain why, at least partially. I know Jesus is considered to be a prophet of God, not a son of God in Islam, but yeah, Prophet Muhammad might have gotten turned on by a painting of the Virgin Mary. Thanks for the donation, though, Dutchy. That is such a stupid thing to fucking say. Like, he's literally saying, oh, it doesn't matter if we have an unfair racist justice system, just don't commit crime. Like, what?
Like, oh, I feel so bad that, you know, this guy...
Dude, this guy is so fucking racist. My God. I hope he gets fucking thrown in jail for something. Fucking asshole.
Prophet Muhammad forced the Quraysh people to watch him destroy their beloved idols. They shouted in distress, wailed and cried, but the heartless prophet did not care. After that, Prophet Muhammad ordered the destroyed idols to be burned. Some Muslims try to defend their prophet's intolerant behavior by saying,
that only happened during the conquer of Mecca, where the prophet needed to clean up the holy place of Kaaba from the idols.
But that's not true. 2 weeks after he conquered Mecca and destroyed all of 360 Quraysh idols, Prophet Muhammad sent his fearsome general, Khalid ibn al-Walid, to attack the temple of Al-Azza at Nakhla. Khalid ibn al-Walid went to Nakhla with his Muslim soldiers. The Al-Azza goddess was the biggest female idol for the people of Banu Sulaim, Quraysh, Kinana and Al-Madar who live in and around Mecca. The hypocrite prophet used to worship Al-Azza also in the past. Hisham ibn Kalbi, in his book titled The Book of Idols, page 17, wrote, "We have been told that the apostle of God once mentioned Al-Azza by saying, 'I have offered a white sheep to Al-Azza, while I was a follower of the religion of my people.'" Upon Muhammad's order, Khalid raided the temple and demolished the idol.
Christy is such a beautiful woman, I can't help but donate to VG and let everyone know she's amazing and beautiful.
That's good to know. Thanks for that donation, Piggy.
Animated Bible story. Book of Genesis. Starts at 2 minutes.
Okay, we can take a look at that. Thanks for that donation, Negro.
Christy is legit perfect and amazing.
No, she's not vegan, so she would not be. Thanks for the donation, though, Piggy. Choo Choo Bum Bum donated $2. Fun fact, did you, during the conquest of Islam in the 1600s, 300 million people died during Indian invasions? That's why Pakistan are Muslims, because they were forced. Even this guy hates them, lol. Religion of peace. Religion of peace pieces. Alright, I'll take a look at that. Thanks for the donation, man.
Know that white man speaking facts niggers are the reason why Walgreens, CVS and other stores have to lock all their products whenever you see a video on social media of a store being robbed/looted. What race are they? That.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that because that's a little too racist. Thanks for that donation, Kid Boo. Yeah, I know of this monk. He got really popular on Facebook. Yeah, I don't think what that guy did was right because he was lying to incite violence. Thanks for the donation, though, Choo Choo Bum Bum. This is a very boring animation. I don't know why you'd want me to watch that.
He ordered his soldiers to kill those who tried to prevent the destruction. He also ordered the cutting of a sacred tree in the temple.
Buddha wasn't fat. You're thinking about Chinese Santa Claus. I can't remember what deity that is, but it's not Buddha. It's literally Chinese Santa Claus that you're thinking of, that really big fat sculpture. But no, Buddha Siddhartha was extremely skinny.
After that he returned back and meet the Prophet to report about his mission.
Ya Rasulullah, I already destroyed the Al-Uzza idol.
Have you seen anything else there?
No.
You haven't destroyed the real idol yet. Go back and fulfill your task.
So, Khalid and his army of 300 soldiers went back to Nakhla to finish the job. This time, Khalid went out with full fury. He completely destroyed the temple. Khalid killed the custodian of Al-Azza temple named Dubaya al-Salami. An Ethiopian woman was wailing because of the destruction of her temple. Khalid stabbed her and cut her body in two. Then he stole her jewelry.
Jesus!
I take this one for Prophet Muhammad. He will like it.
Oh my god, these people are all sick.
Can you make a separate Streamlabs link that just goes to Christy? Maybe he would get 10 cents of the $3 VG.
I'm not gonna do that because I want the money, but thanks for the donation, Piggy.
Destroyed the temple and killed its custodians, Khalid and his army returned back to meet the Prophet.
Dear God.
Khalid described what he did and saw at Nakhla to the Prophet.
When I was there, a naked Ethiopian woman with disheveled hair came to me. I cut her in 2 pieces. This is her jewelry.
Apparently, killing an innocent and helpless woman was not a problem for the Prophet.
That was Al-Uzza. Al-Uzza will never be worshipped again.
Isn't the Prophet Muhammad's violent action matched with the Muslims' destruction of statues of other faiths? It is obvious that the Muslims imitated what Muhammad did and said, just exactly like what Quran, Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 21 asked them to do. Prophet Muhammad would love those aggressive Muslims because they actually follow his teachings and don't dilute them like many westernized Muslims do. Those who disagree are being dishonest. Islam is the product of an insane person, therefore if you follow it, you become just as insane.
Couldn't fucking agree more.